And I'm very grateful that you took the time to tune in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Listen, we have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real, relevant, and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, the day has finally arrived that we have in our presence Dr. Tina Ramsay from the CTR Media Network, as well as from Dr. Tina Ramsay Show. How are you, Dr. Tina?
I am doing amazingly awesome. Thank you for having me.
It's such an honor. I feel like I'm like one of your, even though I think I'm probably older than you, but I feel like I'm one of your students, your children. I'm like, she's here on the Kim Jacobs Show.
Oh, that's sweet. Child, we go way back.
Yeah, this is a great way back. I am super excited to have you here, right here within my reach and touch today on the show. And listen, everybody, grab your virtual seats. We're going to learn everything about the power of podcasting today from our very own Dr. Tina Ramsay. So as you come in, let us know where you're visiting in from and share the broadcast. Tell everybody, listen, this is what we've been waiting for. It finally is here. The day has arrived. So grab your seats. Let everybody know that they're getting ready to be in for a tremendous treat. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Let everybody get yourself settled and everything. And we're going to come right back and introduce Dr. Tina Ramsay. We'll be right back, everybody.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter & Everett, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
Yes, everyone deserves to be honored with dignity and respect, and especially if someone has a wrongful death of a loved one, make sure that you all take a moment to reach out to attorney Charles Everett with Hunter Everett Law Firm. Their entire group is looking to serve you. They are in the North Carolina, South Carolina, the Richmond area, and as well Alabama. So make sure that you give them a call. Let them know the Kim Jacobs Show referred you to them. 704-251-2945. Thank you for being our episode sponsor today. All right, everybody, are y'all ready for this? Type, I'm ready for this. Say, I am ready for this. And I will go ahead and start introducing. I see much love to you too, Dennis. And Cool Gamer, I see you out there as well. I see all of your comments that's coming in. And we are in for a treat. So let me go ahead and introduce Dr. Tina Ramsay. Dr. Tina J. Ramsay, HC, is a highly accomplished and influential international motivational speaker, podcast host, best-selling author, and media personality who has empowered other content creators while sharing positive, impactful stories globally, not locally, globally, reaching 350 million households worldwide in 100 countries. As the CEO of CTR Media Network, which you're going to learn a lot more about today, she has helped 50 plus podcasters and over 1,000 entrepreneurs build their brand awareness, credibility, and visibility, as well as their influence online. I am so pleased because of this woman's professional work ethic, her media presence, and her never give up mindset, her laugh, which you're going to just fall in love with, and her heart to help others succeed. I am honored to have Dr. Tina Ramsay here today on the Kim Jacobs Show. Welcome, Dr. Tina.
Well, thank you for having me. Now I'm on the receiving end of hearing about myself, and now I understand how other people feel. And they say, wait a minute, that's me?
It's interesting to finally like hear somebody else talk about and build you up and sing your praises and things of that nature, right?
It's different. Yeah, role reversal.
I know I had you on the show a while ago, maybe a few years ago, but
Mhm.
I had the opportunity to hear some of your backstory at that time myself. That was my first time encountering you. And your story is nothing short of amazing and miraculous that you're even at this point in your journey. Would you be willing to just tell us a snippet of your backstory so we can understand better who Dr. Tina Ramsay is?
Oh, sure, sure, sure. So, at the age of 25, I actually had a stroke. I went to sleep and I woke up and I was partially paralyzed from the waist down, and I lost the whole year of my life. Like I had amnesia. During that particular time, I was a new time mother. And I just had my daughter about 6 months prior. So here I am, a new mom, a new wife, and just trying to figure out. I always watch my food, diet, and exercise. So that should not have been the problem. However, I was dealing with multiple health issues such as asthma, mitral valve prolapse, and of course, fibromyalgia. But the thing was, with everything that was going on, I should not have had a stroke at 25 years old. It
Right.
really dumbfounded the medical industry, and down to this day, they still don't understand how did that happen. And so went through, of course, ups and downs, a very dark time in my life, being 25 years old, a new mom. And why did this happen to me? I'm a Christian, and my relationship with God is very important to me. And I'm like, God, what is going on? Like, why? I don't understand this. And through that period of time where I was going through all that, I was able to see people differently. It took me outside of myself. So
Yeah.
here I am in places I shouldn't be in, like facilities for ones with serious health issues, seeing people 3-4 times older than me, and I'm getting wheeled in the wheelchair, and they're looking at me and saying, baby, why are you here? And I'm just like, I don't know. And it helped me to be able to see life differently, have a different perspective, and prayer, the power, and know the power of prayer. And over time, the diligence of my parents, my husband, my baby was small, but she was my motivation to know that I did not want
Right.
people to tell my daughter about how amazing or how great her mother was. I wanted her to know how her mother is. And so with prayer and with God's help, was able to pull myself out of that depression. The scriptures, like I said, my parents were very instrumental. My husband, my congregation, everybody kind of rallied around me. And a little slowly but surely, I was able to get my mobility back with walking. I was able to talk. I mean, literally, my body, like the atypical when you have a stroke, your arms in, your face is slumped, all of that. I had everything. I could not walk. I mean, I had to be pushed around. And so the fact that I had to go from there and how he brought me from there all the way to here,
Wow.
and I'm a different kind of public speaker. So I'm not your traditional coach. I don't follow the traditional blueprint because God gave me a different path. And so I always go in as my true, authentic self. Whether people accept my country, Southern twang or not, I'm not changing because
We love it. We love it.
the simple fact is this. Sometimes I go in the moment. When I'm in a room, I feel the room and I pray to God, like Ezra 7:11 says, pray first before you do anything. I say a silent prayer like Nehemiah. And I pray to him to help me be able to help whomever it is in the room at the time when I'm public speaking that need help, whether it's one person, whether it's the whole entire crowd. And I always operate like that. And so sometimes you'll see me dancing up to the stage because, honey, I am praising and thanking God that I can at least walk without assistance. And I mean, even if you don't think I can dance, I don't care. Because listen, I can move, I can dance, I can think. And I'm just so grateful. So I march to the tune of a different beat because of the life experiences that I had and that I currently continue to experience, because I know the power of prayer. I know that I'm here on purpose, and I know that God gave me another try. He gave me another chance, and I'm using everything to go in purpose and help other people discover their true self. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You are worthy. Okay. Accept yourself. You want other people to accept you, but first you need to accept yourself. Okay. And love yourself.
Yeah.
And be strong enough and know and courageous enough to know that you're good enough just the way you are. We can improve, but you're good enough just the way you are. You're the original. It might be 1,000 Tinas out here, but it's only one Tina like me. Okay.
That right there is such an inspirational message from where you came from to why you're so motivated about where you are today. And it's interesting in your story, you talked about how that life experience helped you have a certain level of compassion. And I know I can just speak personally as well. Some things that I've experienced in my lifetime now, more recently, I never even thought about how people dealt with some of these things because it wasn't my story. It wasn't my life. And so now to be in the situation myself and to see how people treat people that are in those situations, I have to sometimes remind people, listen, sweetheart, I'm in this situation because I had a circumstance that happened to me, but the way you're treating people is wrong on every level. But I believe that sometimes God allows us to experience some things, Dr. Tina, so that we can have compassion for those that are in those. When we see somebody and driving past them and they're standing on the street, you don't know if it'll be a day in our lives that we may have to stand on the street. And I'm not trying to be too emotional on here, but I can tell you that we should not just blow everybody off. That's and just be like, oh, well, you could have had a job. You don't know their circumstances. You don't know their story. We don't know. We don't know. So I know only because of personal things I've been going through that makes me have just so much more compassion for certain people that I encounter. I'm like, I don't want to just open my bag and be like, here you go. I definitely will help as best I can,
But yeah, you're right. It makes you have a level of compassion. It makes you start looking at life through different lenses.
Right.
You're able to see things from the windows of other people's eyes and perspective, because it's now not just you, it's you feeling the emotions and the experience of people in the world.
Right.
It's just different because now you experience this. Now you're more, it's almost like when you buy a new car. Before you buy that particular car, you never notice how many cars are on the highway. But then you get that particular car, and now you see 1,000 of them cars. Like, oh,
right. And God forbid if you say something, if you're on your phone and you actually say something, then everybody, if y'all have experienced this in the studio audience, please let us know that does this really happen? Every time you say a word, like if I say, I love cabbage. I'm just holding my phone. I love cabbage, right? Guess what's going to appear? Cabbage. Before this broadcast is over, cabbage recipes. Let me just put what I really love. I love salmon, and I'm not doing it. My phone is not even on right. And it's just here. But just because I'm talking, it says it. That's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it happens all the time.
All the time. So what made you become so passionate specifically about podcasting and helping people become a podcast host?
I'm gonna be totally 100 transparent because I had to. I literally ran away about 3 years ago. I got this nudge to start a network. And I am a person that loves to work with communities, love to work with people, love to be the cheerleader behind you, rallying you on, pushing you, using my gifts that God gave me in order to elevate and position other people, but yet not using those same gifts to elevate and position myself and my family. I used it for everyone else. And I was happy doing that because I grew up just having a volunteer spirit and giving of oneself, because, as Christian, we give of oneself, all right? But somewhere in that narrative, I forgot about Tina, okay? And so for a while, like I said, 3 years, I've been moved to start this network, but due to fear and due to knowing the responsibility, because I'm a producer of podcast shows and TV streaming shows. Y'all can look at some of the stuff on IMDb if you want to do your little research. But I knew what it took, and I didn't think that I was capable enough to be able to carry the burden, carry the challenges, carry the dreams, the visions of other people because
that's a heavy burden sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't want to let anyone down because
Right.
I knew what it took by working on teams and working on other networks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But listen, God have a way of when he have a purpose for you to not let you forget it. I was a Judah. Yes, I admit it. A reformed Judah. I ran away. He told me to go to the east. I went to the west. But he kept working with me. He kept working with me and encouraging me and letting me know. And so many people kept coming to me saying, oh my goodness, you helped me so much. Everything that you're saying is true.
Right.
You send me to these other networks. Why don't you start a network? All the time, start a network. And I was like, no. But eventually I gave in because let me tell you, I could not get no peace until I did this.
I literally
could not get sleep. I literally could not get sleep. And so once I start working, it took me a year to work on it by myself because I did not have a team. I had to do it by myself, build everything out myself. And then later as some
Dr. Tina, you froze for a second. Hold on, I'm going to remove you. Dr. Tina Ramsay is with us today here on the Kim Jacobs Show, and she'll be right back after we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to hear more from her. If you have any questions or any comments or any shout outs, things that you want to share with Dr. Tina Ramsay today throughout the broadcast, I'm going to put this link here, and it'll give you a chance to be able to come in and ask your questions. If you want to come right on the screen, you can do that as well. And I will put that right here for you all to participate. Some of you, being that you're a part of CTR Media Network, may officially want to come on and say some type of celebratory comment or just a shout out or positive note that you want to share with her. Feel free to use that, cut and paste it in your browser, and it will bring you right into today's broadcast. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear more from Dr. Tina J. Ramsay. So we'll be right back.
I have peace of mind with Silver Shield Security, which has been protecting my family and home, along with servicing the Carolinas for over a decade. Silver Shield Security knows the importance of convenience and safety. Whether you live in an apartment, a home, or run a business, they are here to protect you from unwanted intrusions and fires. Call now at 704-440-4688 or visit the website at www.silvershield-security.com. You can use my promo code, #ToneX, and get 1/2 off your installation price. Don't forget to ask about the new no money down options. Let Silver Shield Security help to give you peace of mind, just like me and my family, and keep your business safe.
All right, everyone, we're back, and we have Dr. Tina J. Ramsay here in the studio with us. And you said you just couldn't sleep. You were like, it's no way. I can't get rest until I do this.
Yeah, and it was not a fact of I wanted to do it. It was a fact that I had to do it. This is why I'm on this earth, to fulfill this assignment. I don't know how far this assignment is going to go, but I do know this is what I'm supposed to be doing because so many people have been mishandled in this part of the industry. They have been given and fed different things saying, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you, and it never gets done. They put a lot of money on the table, and honestly, they have just been mishandled. I don't know what the motive was with some of this mishandlement.
It's wrong though, whatever the motive is. Stop it.
So, I know. And so with me having the kind of compassion and knowing how it feels to be a podcaster, being a current podcaster, having the knowledge that I have, it only made sense. Now I understand why God wanted me to do it, because he knew that I was going to do everything along with the team that he was going to bless me to build in the future.
Yes.
We were going to do everything that we can to make a new standard of podcasting. Mm-hmm. And that's why we say CTR Media Network is a new standard. I can't really explain it. You have to experience being a part of our community because it's different. We coach you. We take care of the complete podcaster, mental health. We take care of everything. We website, we professional look and appeal, yes, creating opportunities, because that is what a podcaster needs. Okay. And that's what you want. Sometimes you don't know how to articulate what you need and what you want. But me being a podcaster, a lot of our team members, being podcasters, being in this industry, and understand the wants and needs of you. So we're just different. We're just
Yes,
different.
very, very, very much so. And I'm actually quite impressed. I'm a part of CTR Media Network as well, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Let me make sure I let you all see. I just want to take people to the website so you'll know whenever you do go and visit CTR Media Network. I'm a big visual person, so I like to be able to show you
I am too.
all of the, wait a minute here. I'm gonna just show this to you.
And so while you got,
Yeah, go ahead. While we're pulling up, talk. Go ahead and talk.
And so what we are a podcast production and distribution network. Now we are media, but we focus particularly on podcasts, and we also use web TV, we use social media, and we also now using streaming on Roku. All of these things is done because I don't want anybody coming along and saying you do not have the information. It is a very intentional that this network is not subscription based, which means that most networks are, and there's nothing wrong with if someone wants to have a subscription based network. But what God laid on me is that it had to be open to the nations. It had to be open during this season so that people will have the resources from a plethora of other people other than myself and be able to have access. Whether no matter what four corners of the earth you are, as long as you have an internet connection, it's set up on the PBS kind of format. We get supported by donations. We have memberships that actually support the building and growing of the network. And we also have sponsors and commercial slots and different ways if you want to hire us to come in to do certain media activities. But we let the network be open, free to the world because we want you to be able to take ingest resources that we have. We want you to grow. 2023 and beyond is for all of us to win. And my goal for CTR Media Network and our team's goal is to make sure that throughout all of our amazing podcasters that we have, along with their amazing guests that come on their shows, that you will find something that resonates with you.
There are plenty of shows to choose from. Look at all of these options. Tell us about just a few of these. At least go through some of them right quick.
Child, it takes so long, but we have my show, we have She Trucking, we have Ingeniously Made Whole. Her show is for teens and women to help you walk into your purpose. We have Movement for Global Health with Dr. Mary. We have the Michael Finkley Show. He has an amazing celebrity-based, influencer-based show, so it's kind of like our ETV. We have the youngest podcaster in the world, literally, because King is 4 years old. King is a 4-year-old boy who absolutely loves to read, and he reads to children and he plays and counts with them, and people are loving it. 4 years old, so you don't have no excuse when a 4-year-old is doing a podcast.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Okay, then we have Education to get you that choo-choo. Then we have the cartoons, all kinds of stuff. We have the wellness driven. Of course, we have the Kim Jacobs show to get that balance in there. Yes, and we have Beauty to Ashes, which help you with the mental health aspect, and she shares her life journey. The Vera Thomas Wisdom Tips, Nonprofit CEO, Men Can't Always Be Wrong. Men Can't Always Be Wrong is that podcast where you look in like, oh, no, they didn't.
That's funny.
Gio, Moreau's show, Leveling Up the Podcast, Mother's Place.
Okay, I don't put you on the spot. It's so many. Look,
everybody.
Listen, it's a ton of shows on here. The point is, she would be spending the entire hour by going through every single one of these. But you definitely need to go to ctrmedianetwork.com and check out all of these powerful hosts. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong by tuning into CTR Media Network. You're going to get something that covers every aspect of your life. So make sure you check it out. So I don't want to have you be dehydrated over there. You be like, Lord, girl, you done just did the most. I'm over here getting ready to start sweating in my beautiful red shirt. What does it say on your shirt over there?
Oh, of course, CTR Media Network.
She is huge on branding. Why do you think it's so important to brand everything that you do? I noticed before backstage we were talking about that.
Yeah, because you should be your first marketing piece. You should be your first walking billboard. When you are represented, think about it. When we wear Nike, Adidas, FUBU, whatever it is that you like to wear, okay, even if it's what's some of these high ends? I don't even wear Versace and all that. But even if that is your brand, MK or whatever,
right,
you're marketing, you're their walking billboard. So why not be a walking billboard for your podcast, for your business? When people see you, they need to see what you do so they can opt in and connect with what you're doing. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Be proud. You just like you're proud of the way Nike, be even proud of the way your own brand.
Y'all hear it right here from Dr. Tina Ramsay. She said, be proud to wear your brand. Be proud to wear that shirt, CTR Media Network, and represent your brand. I was telling her I have all kinds of merch too. It's like, I am a mother dreamer, and I have t-shirts and books and all kinds of things that I do have. And I just be like, okay, well, it's the cup I like, or whatever the case may be. So let's see some of the studio audience members. You all have been commenting. I see you said good morning. Good morning to you, Justine, Lady Justine Hilliard. April Chavez is on, and she says, carry the burdens of others' dreams. I can attest to that, Dr. Tina. You have personally fulfilled supporting my dreams and continue to do so. Oh. Awesome. And she's one of the hosts on the Wellness Driven Life show. You have to check her show out. Okay.
Check it out.
That's so fun. There's the Wellness Driven Life show on CTR Media Network. And as a new podcaster, I feel more support and a sense of community here than I ever would have dreamed.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Great question on the importance of branding. Be a walking billboard. I'm going to need to get a CTR Media Network t-shirt.
Make that happen.
Yeah, you know, all of us as hosts need that.
Exactly.
CTR Media
Went
Network.
to an event and they just flew off the shelves. Like, even if they wasn't a CTR Media Network, they was like, shoo, 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 shoo. I'm like, what? Okay. That was just a test. I guess you want the t-shirt.
We want the t-shirt.
Whether you a podcaster or not, you want the t-shirts.
But I want the t-shirt, y'all. Say, get a woman some notifications so she can order a bulk amount. I want the t-shirt. Exactly. And then I love the image and everything that's there. So let's see. I'm so glad that you started this network, Shanna says.
Oh, thank you. She's amazing. She actually is a truck driver. So shout out to the truck drivers who giving us our essential products on time that we need.
Thank you. You're an essential
truck driver. Yeah, she is essential.
Yes. And a female trucker at that.
Yes.
We celebrate you, woman.
On this Women's Month.
On Women's Month, right. We celebrating all of the female truckers out there that's taking time to deliver and make sure things get to their destinations on time. We do not take you for granted, and we appreciate and celebrate you. Good morning, Kim and Dr. Tina Ramsay. I'm looking forward to a great show, my mom said.
Oh.
And Shanna says, amen. Hello, lovelies. Hey, April. All right, y'all, listen, there's a lot of comments here. Absolutely. I don't like something you said earlier. Shanna said, I don't like that either. But she went in. She's like, I don't play that. Shanna don't play that. Okay.
Nope. Not with she trucking. We that's
you have to be about your business.
Some of our she's one of the amazing administrators over in She Trucking with the epic Sheree Moore. So shout out to Sheree Moore.
Hey, Sheree. Listen, okay, we are enjoying our conversation with Dr. Tina Ramsay. It's so much that we're going to learn throughout the rest of this hour about her. And it's so many things and hats that she personally wears. I wanted to find out too, with CTR Media Network, since we've started talking about that, it was literally a grassroots project, started from ground zero. And you and a little birdie told me, I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. This man right here, your Boaz, help start this. So talk to us, and there's a QR code, everybody scan it right quick, but talk to us and tell us what made you start CTR Media Network.
Like I said before, it wasn't because I wanted to, it was because I had to start it. And so I wanted to get my rest, I wanted to get my peace. And so I gave in to God and said, okay, I dropped to my knees and said, okay, fine, you want to use me, I surrender but tell me what to do, because I'm going to be totally 100. I was scared. Because even though I worked on all these different other networks before, I knew what it undertake to be a employee of a network and be a lead executive on a show, and how much that was to have that position, and then turn around and then do that as a CEO. I was like, no, not for me, right? But he saw differently. And so what made me start it was because the people, they needed a safe haven. They needed a place where they was going to be taken care of, not just as a content creator, but as a person. And they need to be at a place where they still own their own stuff. It's a lot of times when you're a content creator, you get into these contracts that are lopsided. You do not own your own stuff. Even if you leave these particular networks, some, not all, when you leave these certain networks, you do not own your face, likeness, and brand no more. So you cannot go, and if you're doing your show, you cannot go and take your show somewhere else, because sometimes the contract is a little funny. I want to make sure that you understood what was going on, and the content creators still own their own content. They had the freedom to be a part of my network and anybody else's network.
Yes.
Because I don't care, more the better. But usually when you're part of some networks, not all, some networks, you can't be, they were like,
it has to be exclusive.
You have to be exclusive. I did not want exclusivity. I feel that everyone should be able to fly with their wings like eagles. That's why we have the eagle in the logo.
I love that logo.
Scripture in Isaiah. And so
I love it.
I want you to fly. I want you to be able to use CTR Media Network as your foundational piece, your launching pad to your dreams and your success, and teaching you and building you and motivating you through the way. And just dumping all of my knowledge and expertise on you along with my team, so that you can take what you need, leave what you don't want, and just be your dream.
That's right.
Be your dream. Be your dream.
Be your dream. Y'all type that in the comment section. Be your dream. Be your dream. And you get to do that by learning more from Dr. Tina Ramsay and CTR Media Network. And again, she is when she says that she celebrates and supports others, she knows, for example, that I do a whole training on teaching people how to start a show from scratch. But she 100% supports me. I 100% support her. And we work collaboratively to help each other on this journey. And I think that's what really helped draw me to you even more, was because we're not like competing with each other. All we're doing is just saying, okay, go get this if you need that. People that have gone through our training, like April, for example, she went through my training.
Amazing.
But she owns all of her own rights to her own content, but I immediately connected her to Dr. Tina Ramsay, because it's like, now you're going to be a part of a community, not just now learn all of this stuff and now where do you go? Go to CTR Media Network and join the community, and they're going to hold your hand like they're holding mine throughout this journey.
Yeah. And you're amazing at what you do with building a whole TV show from scratch. And with your wealth of knowledge, I appreciate individuals that know more than me, or we doing similar to the same thing, because I don't believe in competition. The only person that I compete with is myself, to make myself better. And so when I see Kim Jacobs, I see a collaborative partner. I see a woman who's doing her thing. I see a woman that I want to be in a room with. Okay. And so I'm like, how can we make this work? You're going to be teaching about StreamYard and your amazing consulting with building a TV show. And I'm over here teaching about building a podcast. I mean, really, some of our stuff kind of overlap, but I don't care. I don't care. It's room for both of us. I don't care.
You can't say it in so many different ways. All of it is very, very similar. If you're going live on these streaming platforms, if you learn from somebody that's reputable and ethical, then you're going to get very similar information.
It's room for both of us, and I don't care. I want you to shine. I absolutely love what you do, and I support you and all of the podcasters. So we're just different. I just cannot explain it articulate it in a lot of words. It's kind of like, people can say a lot of things. We can write down a lot of different notes and do all this stuff like that to try to explain and articulate what CTR is. But it's an emotion. It's a feeling. It's an experience.
It's an experience.
Once you're part of the community, then you'll get what Kim and I is talking about. You'll
And
get
April and Shan,
April.
anybody that's a part is
You'll
saying.
get it. Because
You're
everybody
personally-
says it was like, this is different. Like I said, I know, because I didn't plan it, God did.
Yep.
That's why it's so different. It's not.
Well, I have a referral link too. So when you do go to CTR Media Network, let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you over there. And you never know, maybe God will give you some extra little perks or something. I don't know, but make sure you tell them that the Kim Jacobs
Show. Your
Show.
name, they automatically I put them to the top of the list.
For real? Yeah. Y'all better go on and use somebody's name now.
Anytime any of my podcasters refer other people to the network, because we get so many requests.
I know. And I know you turned down quite a few too.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, they will double check. So don't just go using my name thinking that you're going to just get on through. Dr. Tina, she'll call in a minute. She's like, look, I just want to see. Her team, they'll call. They said, somebody said, did this and that.
Because we have to fact check. We need to know. Okay. And so we take the recommendations of our podcasters very seriously. And so we want to make sure if they feel that someone may possibly be a right fit, we want to make sure we look at in-house, in the family first, and then we go outside of the family. And so we do in-house. It's like we're all a family. We're not blood related, but we're related on what we're doing with this positive movement and what we're doing to make our imprint in history. And so with that being said, when you guys' requests come in, we look at those first. And we do get down the list, but it can take a little minute because it's so many. And I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful to God that so many people are coming and want to be a part. So be patient. We getting to you. Okay.
Well, I'm thankful to God that you finally answered his tap on your shoulder. He's like, hey.
Honey, that was a shove. He was tapping it 3 years ago. Then it started getting to a shove. Then it started saying, girl, let me kick you down.
He's like, oh, you gonna do this now, or you gonna regret it. Okay.
You gonna do it.
So make sure you all know you can go ahead and let me stop this for a second. You can join CTR Media Network by visiting here, ctrmedianetwork.com. You can send an email to CTR Media Network. Is that one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my glasses. Okay. At gmail.com. CTR Media Network, the number 1 at gmail.com. I have a lot of podcast listeners on iHeartRadio as well and Spotify and so forth. So you all aren't seeing this. CTR Media Network, the number 1 at gmail.com if you're interested in sending an email as well. All right. So we're going to, I
said, make sure to put Kim's name.
Oh, yeah. Y'all make sure you say that we referred you. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to actually learn more about CTR Media Network right now. We'll come right back after this break. You'll feel the energy.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
All right, we are back, y'all, and we are talking with Dr. Tina J. Ramsay. And I want to make sure that people get a chance to hear more about the Podcast Revolution magazine, because you're doing big things. You're not only focusing on podcasting, you're taking podcasting by storm. So talk to us about your magazine.
Okay, but first I would like to just say my heart goes out to one of our sponsors. This is when our business was just a thought. We were just getting started. And this woman, Terry Coleman, decided that she was going to pour some seeds into the development and the growth of CTR. She was actually our first sponsor, and she passed away, unfortunately. And so we were going to launch the podcast magazine actually this month with Women Month and all that stuff like that. Right. However, we have to change the format of the magazine in order to reflect the current situation now, which she is no longer here, and she was our first feature. So therefore, it's gonna change from sponsoring, featuring her as a sponsor to featuring her as a founding member and a tribute. And so I'm emotional about it. It's hard for me to kind of wrap my mind around it because I didn't know her, period. So God will send people to help you to outwork his purpose that he has for you in your life. I didn't know her. Sheree didn't know her. She saw a video of me speaking about the network, asking for sponsorships and support donations. And it took me a lot to even ask for help because I like to do it all myself. But I had to humble myself to say, hey, I can't do it all financially. And I have this dream, have this vision, don't know how this is going to be able to take part. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my assignment. And she saw it. And she felt it and she was moved and she contributes so many different ways with knowledge and financial support. And
this
so
therefore, you don't even know.
I didn't know her. And but it felt like I knew her. And so she was the first sponsor. So therefore we're holding on it for March. And the goal is to get it out May or June to be able to get it out so that we can properly show our love and appreciation for her and what she did, because she was the first person that poured a seed into CTR. And without that pouring of the seed, it wouldn't even be CTR Media Network shirts. It wouldn't be us going to doing different things. She was the first person. Then, of course, we have our next amazing corporate sponsor, which is Shambray Moore of She Trucking, that came along and poured into the branding, the marketing, the PR, and getting us in certain rooms to be able to elevate in position. So this was not done just by the sheer knowledge the innovation of me. It was done by people seeing me and believing and wanting, I'm not gonna cry, and wanting to support me. And I'm used to always being the supporter, not being the supportee. And so I had to go through a lot in order to get to this point, to open up and to have trust and learn to ask for help. I love to give help, but to receive it. And these ladies came along with some other individuals like Happy and Healthy Global, which is another business, Business Course Academy. They all came along, rally. And mind you, only person that I knew personally was Sheree and Happy and Healthy Global from another business venture. But these other people I did not know. And the fact that at the exact time when we needed a certain amount of income in order to do the next thing for CTR, these people came along. And shout out to teaseforusnow.com. Because they're the one
teaseforusnow.com.
They're the one who actually did the shirts in record time. Amazing. So they actually do shirts for other businesses. So if you need someone to do your shirts, check her out. Amazing. Wanda, she is a fellow trucker from She Trucking as well. The She Trucking Foundation rallied behind me, and the community administrators rallied behind me. And so I wasn't used to getting that type of support in which they didn't want anything back in return.
Wow.
I never experienced that. And I almost not accepted it.
Because it's like you're having an out-of-body alien experience, right?
Yeah.
When you're used to giving and then somebody tries to give to you, it's like,
and not just one, multiple people at different periods when I could not get to the next step if I did not have that financial support. Because it's more than just having a dream, a vision, and a purpose. You have to have seed. You have to have money. We live in a world that you have to use money. And so when you go from one step to the next and be able to still provide a quality, premium, valuable product to the people who have invested into your platform, along with being able to constantly position them and be able to provide opportunities, that takes money, that takes time, that takes knowledge. And so these people came along in a time where if they hadn't, I have heard many times people say, and I never experienced this, where they say angels on earth. And I have been able to experience so many amazing people that have walked in my life, and even some people who the relationship started, but then it did not work out like I thought
That
it was to
happens,
work
right?
out. But I realized that they was not in my life for a lifetime. They was in it for a season to get me to the next step in order to get all of you to the next step with CTR
Right.
Media Network. And so I'm just grateful for the experiences, whether good or bad. I'm grateful for the ones who've been there from the long haul, the ones who just came, and the ones who will come. So I'm just grateful. I'm very appreciative, and I'm grateful. I'm emotional because I never experienced this kind of love, and I'm thankful to my parents, my husband, my children for bringing me food, and on the long nights, working 4 or 5 in the morning, figuring out, working with the team. Thank you to the team that's been helping. Thank you to our fellow podcasters from Light, Following, Sharon being our first.
You got the Emmy Awards. You know how they start playing the music, like you.
No, I'm just saying, I'm so appreciative to all of you. Because there is not me without you. It's point blank. I could not do this without help and support. There is no way that you can build something of this magnitude on an island by yourself. And so
magnitude.
And so I'm just grateful for all of you. Like, and now I understand that phrase, angels on earth. At first I used to be like, nah, but I really understand it. And I really would like to say a special thank you, even though she's no longer here, to Miss Hattie, because when I was getting ready to give up, which is Sheree's grandmother, I was getting ready to give up and stop podcasting.
I'm so glad you did not.
I was going to walk away from the media industry because I saw so many negative, backstabbing things that was going on that really just hurt my spirit. That I couldn't believe that people would go at each other so hard, and when we should just work together. And I just couldn't take it. And I just said, forget it. I'm just going to stop the Tina Ramsay show. And her grandmother was 90-something years old, and she watched all of my episodes for the She Trucking Expo. And I did like a pre-party virtual launch for the historic event for She Trucking Expo. And she said, you're going to be bigger than all these different people that's on TV. She said, you have it. And she said, you're amazing. I want more episodes. And I didn't want to tell her that I decided that I'm going to stop.
You could not tell her that. So
she told me not to quit. And so when I didn't even believe in myself, I went on the belief of other people that had on me until I was able to get the belief back myself. Wow. I'm quoting Nicole because she has believe in your dreams, right? Well, I understand the word believe a little bit because of the experiences that I had. And then not too long after that, Sheree's grandmother passed away. Wow. So I was one of the last people that she poured into that gave life until she passed away. And she gave me the motivation. Yes. So I have been blessed to have people in my life at the right time that motivated me to keep going when I didn't even believe in myself, when I felt that I couldn't go on. And so that's why I have so much compassion, so much love, and I don't give up on you. I don't give up on my podcasters. And that's why I'm like that, because so many people have been pouring into me in this season till I can't even wrap my mind around why God is putting all this favor on me at this point in my life. And I just, and so I'm just at this point where the Power of Podcasting event, we're actually planning that. It's going to happen May the 6th in Atlanta, Georgia. So I want you guys to go get the tickets. This is just like being a part of CTR Media Network, but except you're going to be able to have Sheree Moore, which is the PR marketing guru. You're going to be able to have the business therapist. You're going to be able to have podcasters, one of our podcasters from my event. You're going to be able to have radio personnel. You're going to be able to have experts in the building that's going to pour into you about how to maneuver this media and podcasting world. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to do the book signing. You're going to get book. You're going to get swag bag. You're going to get food. And also you're going to get our number 1 podcast course. All of that, y'all. All of this is done because this is done for you all. I don't want you struggling. And I don't want you out there on that island by yourself anymore, because you don't have to be. You have to learn to trust and walk into your purpose and allow the blessings to come, because you can block your own blessings from not moving forward. And that's what I was doing for a long time.
Well,
And
let me say this, that you purchase your tickets, everyone, just go to Power of Podcasting tickets. You can go right to the link that I put in the comment sections for you, and that'll get you directly to register for the upcoming event, The Power of Podcasting. I do see Dr. Nicole Peters here, and she is here in the studio audience, and she said, God is so good. I love you all. Hello, beautiful. And Dr. Nicole Peters is the founder of Believe in Your Dreams television network, and that is also a powerful platform as well. And I'm also a part of that platform. That's why I say these are powerhouse women that are not clawing and trying to pull each other down, but building each other up. So believe in your dreams. Believe. You hear that? Believe in your own dreams. Television network is represented here today with Dr. Nicole Peters. And you're more than welcome to come on screen anytime, any of you in the studio audience. I put the link in the comment section for you all. And say a comment to Dr. Tina Ramsay as well. And I think you, Dr. Tina Ramsay, you're on her network too, right?
With me and her, we have some things brewing.
Okay.
And
they
so,
always trying to keep things on the down low until it's time for it. They sign a lot of contracts
and everything. She's super duper busy. I'm busy. She's shaking the earth. I'm shaking the earth. But we always make sure that we keep connections with each other. I support her. She supports me. Yes. We're both in this media industry. We know how difficult it is to be in a male-dominated industry in media, to be taken seriously as a woman in general, to be taken seriously. And then when you want to add on being a little melanated, it adds another little factor. And so understanding the treacherous terrain, but also finding like-minded people that just want to make a positive impact. And so she definitely want to make I didn't even know that she was on. I didn't realize. And I said, well, let me quote her because I know a little bit about Believe too, like believing your dreams there. I didn't even know because it's just how I am.
Right.
And so I didn't even know that she was actually on. But she like, it was so great to talk with someone who actually understood what this OTT, what all of this is. And so I'm proud of her. She's proud of me. And I'm looking forward to whatever it is that God have us do on this next step.
And I'm proud of both of you. And I'm honored to be a part of both of you all. So thank you. All right, let's see other studio audience comments. Let me get my red glasses.
Yeah, get the signature.
Signature glasses, right? So Kim Jacobs, April says, Kim Jacobs, thank you. Without your consulting for my show, I would not have done it. And if you like what you see at the Wellness Driven Life Show, then you should know it's a product of Kim Jacobs Consulting Services. Okay. Thank you so much, April. And yes, you all can visit kimjacobsconsulting.com if you're interested in having me do a training with any of you all to create your own show from scratch as well. And then I'm going to send you to CTR Media Network for sure.
You need to do it.
So know that. Okay. All right. So when we come back, I'd love for you to talk some about a book that you're going to be releasing as well. All right, everybody. We'll come right back right after this upcoming commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Confidence Tones, where we use a proprietary audio development formula called audio immersion to provide an experience that's designed to help quickly and effortlessly generate positive change in the subconscious mind when used correctly. This experience is achieved using 4 primary building blocks: brainwave modulation, invocation of positive emotions, immersive imagination stimuli, and developmental suggestion. We know of no other source in the world that provides the synergistic combination. With a good pair of headphones, you'll be able to immerse yourself into audio that's designed specifically to help you feel better, do better, and live better.
Right, everyone, we are back and we're talking with Dr. Tina Ramsay. And I want to make sure that I put up here that if you'd like more information, you can contact Dr. Jody Bear for the confidencetones.com. She's one of our Freestyle Friday experts, and she comes here and talks to us. She'll be here this Friday, actually. You can reach out to her at 1-800-852 0854. And to get yourself set up for your conference tones, simply go to Dr. Joe D's website. You can visit her at drjod.com/confidence-tones. drjod.com/confidence-tones. And you'll learn more there. Thank you so much for being one of our episode sponsors. Okay, talk to us about another hat that you're wearing, author.
Yes, well, the Power of Podcasting book is a add-on to the amazing event. People have been waiting for this book. I have done thousands of ebooks, have been a part of so many different co-author collaborations, but people keep asking me about doing a book myself. And so I thought about it. What should I do first? Many people want to know more about my life. Well, that memoir will be coming, but I'm still living my life. So I don't think I'm ready for the memoir yet, but I am ready for the power of podcasting, because what I do want is to be able to help people on a global scale like we're doing, but in different forms, because some people need books, some people need to hear it, some people need to see it. The cool thing is that this book will address all different learning styles, so you'll be able to hear, see, write, interact with this book. I'm big on things being interactive to ignite all the senses. This will actually help you from the launch, the start, the grow, the monetize, the course. You get the course in my book for free. Don't tell nobody I told you. You get it for
You will get a whole course from CTR Media Network right in the book. Now, you know the book don't cost nothing like the course costs.
No, it don't.
And you're going to get some extra benefits. Okay, go ahead.
The little goodies that's in the back of the book. We have that's in there too, that we have some goodies in there for you. And so we're always doing over and beyond the extra for our people. So you invest a little seed, you get big seed back. You invest a big seed, you get even bigger seed, because we believe in pouring back into the ones who pour into us. And so the book is all about helping you understand and ignite the power of podcasting, how you can start, how you can launch, even if you already have a podcast. What you need to do in order to take it to the next level, how you need to connect, how you need to collab, how can you turn your business into a podcast? Should you turn into an LLC? Copyright it. It's talking about everything that you as a podcaster needs to know in order to be successful. It's like a little handy toolbox to help you on all the different things. And then whatever is not written in the book, we go over it in our 30 video course that we're actually going to give you to all our people who actually purchase the book for absolutely free.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And that is a big deal, y'all. That's like a drop the mic moment.
Yeah. And the ones who actually come to the event, that comes along with your ticket. So you're going to get a signed autograph copy. We're going to take a photo of all kind of little things that we're going to be doing for ones that's there. And the cool thing about the event is that you're going to be able to experience a live taping of the Tina Ramsay show. So you're going to be a part of the live studio audience. This is going to be fun. You get to ask questions just like you see on TV. You're going to be a part. It's going to be engaging. It's going to actually
my gosh, I'm so excited.
It's going to be streamed all over once we're done. And it's going to be a whole, you guys going to see. That's why I want you guys to be in the room. So
get your tickets. Go get your tickets. I put it in here multiple times. All you have to do is go to the Power of Podcasting, get your ticket right at checkout.square, and it's a whole bunch of bit.ly stuff there. But you go and click on that link, copy and paste it into your browser, and get your tickets. You're going to get so many goodies and great takeaways. And a whole course is going to be at your fingertips, at your exposure and usage for you to be able to utilize for your podcasting in the future. You don't want to miss this opportunity, so take advantage of it. Now, I do know there may be some other things that you just want to share to encourage people that are tuning in today that may want to start their own podcasting. What 2 or 3 tips can you share with them to just get them started right away in case they didn't come to the conference?
Okay, so first of all, if you don't come to the conference, that's okay. Go ahead and get your swag badge. You can represent your business. And yes, you should. This is an investment. This is going to be unlike any other event that you have ever been to, because it's personalized so that you can get to talk and mingle and network with everybody. Yeah. It's designed for you to win. But for those of you who want to start a podcast, okay, because this is trending, podcast is trending. The very first thing you need to do is to think about why. And I know we hear this so much. You need to think about why you're starting it. Then you need to make sure, I'm gonna give you some techie stuff. You need to make sure that you pick the right colors. Think about what it is that you want to talk about, what your show is, and then you need to pick the right colors that goes around what the theme of your show is going to be. And so whatever emotion, whatever feeling that you want to convey, a color is very important. You need to go look up what colors mean. Okay, what do you want your people to feel? Then after that, you need to make sure that you map out your success. You need to take it pen to paper, write it down so that it will happen. And then you need to work through those steps. Honestly, you just need to go ahead and get the course, because I actually sit down and show you how to do everything from scratch with podcasting. Just like Kim Jacobs show you everything from scratch for TV, I show you everything from scratch how to do the podcast. You need to be with both of us.
It's very detailed what she does. So
yeah,
and she's not leaving out anything that I would ever do. She's already covering it too in her stuff. So know that it's extremely thorough what she's providing. It's way more than you could have ever even imagined before you ever pick up a book or go to a conference. Is super in depth what you're going to experience. So visit CTRmedianetwork.com and find out everything that she's offering. Okay, go.
Cool. And I want to also help them to see that I just want them, if you have a podcast already, you can come and we can help you with the growth of your podcast, to restructure, kind of build it up. Make sure that your brand goes along with what your movement is. Make sure that you're very clear on who your audience is and who you want to help. And even if you don't have a clear understanding right now, I don't want you not to start your podcast because you don't have all the answers yet. You need to go ahead and start it. And sometime the outworking of you doing your podcast, you'll figure out what it needs. Because let me tell you, data will let you know. Your analytics will let you know what your audience like, what they don't like. And once you figure that out, you just keep continuously making content. You need to be consistent on what you're doing. And you need to make sure that when you're presenting yourself out to the world, you present the best product ever. So therefore, you need a website. Therefore, you need proper distribution. You need promotion. All these different things. How are you going to do that? What type of budget do you have? All these things.
Y'all need Dr. Tina Ramsay. That's what you need. CTRmedianetwork.com. Go check it out today. Learn how you can connect with her, how you can learn more about the services that she offers, how you can be streaming in over up to, like right now, 100 countries
combined with our web TV, our social media, and we are now on Roku. So that is basically a small number. We're really way more, but I'm just excited about everything that's happening. People loving the information, loving the content, loving what's happening. Check out happyandhealthy.global. Check that out. That's amazing monetization opportunity to help you build health and wealth. And you'll be getting trained by these billionaires and millionaires that's in these photos. Okay. You'll be getting trained by them, as well as taking care of your health and wellness and building how to. It's so much that I need to help you with.
She does trainings for us. If you're a part of CTR Media Network, you're going to get the training that you need. So definitely go check it out. She does these trainings for all of the different podcasters that's a part of the family. And you'll learn that. Same thing with Dr. Nicole Peters. She does trainings with Believe in Your Dreams Network. And you just can't get better information than what these women are sharing with us. So I am very impressed by everything that I learned from both of you all as leaders in the podcast world. And then once you go to CTRmedianetwork.com, you're going to be able to get all of her flyers, how to book Dr. Tina, how to book her for speaking engagements, how to book her for a show, how to book to be on her show. Go to CTR Media Network.
That's the easiest thing. And if you come to the website for a specific thing and you do not see it listed on the website, then you just simply click the contact us button, write in what you're looking for, because I am accepting speaking engagements right now. So if you want me to come, because I am a motivational speaker, and so if you want me to come in, I just don't speak about podcasting, but podcasting is my baby, but I speak about life, and podcasts just happen to be a very intricate part of my life. But I share my experiences, and I do more than that. Just call me and hire me to come on in. You got it.
If you go to CTRMediaNetwork.com, you're going to be able to be connected for life with Dr. Tina Ramsay, because she has a lot of different services that she offers. She's writing a book that you definitely want to get a copy of, and you're going to get a course with the book. You're also going to be hearing about a magazine that's coming out really soon, and she's paying tribute to someone that was her first sponsor. And so she's revamping the magazine to pay tribute and honor to her. And then she is also having a huge Power of Podcasting conference coming up in May. So you don't want to miss any of that. How do you learn more? At CTR Media Network, CTRMediaNetwork.com. And you can also visit the link that I share with you to book your tickets now. Bertie also told me that you like something like this. So we're presenting a gift to you, some chips. That'll be your afternoon snack. Okay.
That is my guilty pleasure, you guys. PJs and a good old bag of chips. And I do overindulge in them too. I'm good with everything in moderation except potato chips. That is my guilty pleasure. I mean, you can have, I'm so simple. You can pass me a bag of chips with a bowl and I'm like, woo!
When I saw that, I was like, what's a fun fact about Dr. Tina? I was like, get out of here.
I love potato chips. Oh my God.
You know what I was also thinking is that since you are branding everything, you have to create some CTR Media Network pajamas.
Oh, yeah.
Do I get some royalties? No, just jokes.
Hey, you're going to get affiliate link.
You said you're going to get a link to buy one.
No, affiliate link. So every time somebody buy from me, you get something.
Oh, girl.
I said an affiliate link, honey, not a link just to share, a link to share the wealth.
Anyway, I thought that would be a great idea, because I was looking for pajamas to put up here to present some pajamas.
I love pajamas. Like, literally, if I could be in pajamas all the time, I would. I mean, I would, with a bag of chips and old classic TV. Why are you traveling in your RV? Because you want to travel the country, you want to travel the United States in about a year or so, I heard. Yes. And take everything on the road and go and just travel in my own place on the road with wheels. I can go where I want to go, and the children we can pretty much knock off different states on the map. So yeah, that is my dream. But first I have to finish out CTR Media Network. But I can't take it on the road, my podcast on the road, because we can be mobile when we podcast. You do podcasting anywhere. That's right, you can. And how many children do you have? I know they don't want to be featured on y'all children. Y'all are tripping me out. I was going to put your picture up, but your mama said you don't want to be all over social media. So it's okay. How many children do you have? Are you frozen? That's funny, right at the very end. And you're dramatic. She's dramatic like that anyway, for real. So it looks like she was getting ready to say, but then some kind of way it froze. Anyway, all right, listen, I'm coming to her podcast as well. So Dr. Peter says she's going to go to the Dr. Tina Ramsay show and be on there. And I'm sure she's going to welcome you. Two powerhouses. No, you are a powerhouse. And I know that Dr. Tina Ramsay is excited about you coming to her podcast as well. I'm going to pull her back in. I see you, Dr. Tina Ramsay. I tell you, when you start talking about God, the devil get busy. And you had to see how you froze. You froze like this. Girl, at least I posed. You like struck a pose. At least I had a good self. I tell you, boy, Satan don't like you speaking good things about people and God, No. And I know some of the weirdest things start happening when you start speaking to God. But that's all right. That's not going to stop me from speaking about him. So you didn't win. Right. That's right. Yeah.
Dr. Peters wants to come on your show. She says she's coming over to the Dr. Tina Ramsay show.
Oh,
And I'm definitely going to be tuning into that too.
I told you, and I'm going on hers. That is how you grow, build, when you get with like-minded individuals that do not compete with you, but they want to help elevate. And so I'm cool. Most people be like, you want to work with another media person? I'm sure I am, because I don't have everything. Even if we're doing the exact same thing, Dr. Nicole brings something different to the table than what I bring. We all on our assignment, and by us putting it all together, we make a beautiful picture.
I believe that with my whole heart. And today, a beautiful picture was painted by having you here on the Kim Jacobs Show. So listen, everybody, thank you all for tuning in to today's episode. I hate to end when I have you and I have Dr. Peters, and I'm like, I don't want to end, but I have to.
Yeah, we have to. Y'all have to tune on in and watch us on our relative shows in CTR Media Network, and make sure to follow Dr. Nicole as well, and She Trucking, to see what they're doing, because they're doing some amazing things as well in the transportation. Women in trucking. Like, well, let me say it right, because that is a group. She Trucking specifically.
She Trucking. And they're making headways around. I've heard a lot about their organization because I was doing some things.
They went to the White House, and I'm their media relations specialist as well, and revamped the whole podcast, and this season 3. And so I'm so glad that the founders, Sheree Moore, kickstarted season 4 and brought in a new co-host, Miss Jerry, and they're doing amazing things. In the community, Shana and all of that. So I come with a big crowd of witnesses. With a big crowd. It's not just me. Y'all see me, but it takes more than just me. And
absolutely,
I'm grateful to all of you. So thank you, everyone. The ones whose names I did mention, the ones who I did not mention, I didn't do it on purpose. I'm sorry, but I appreciate you. Thank you for everything. And just join the movement of CTR Media Network. Join our network, go to the Power Podcasting event, get up in Kim's class, because after she get done with you, then I can take you on. Because you're ready for me.
I have to get one more commercial sponsor in, and this is a big one because I think you would need to know this anyway from a global perspective. They actually are the GhanaHousingProject.com, and people, you can actually purchase right now with the $1.7 million housing deficit that's happening in Ghana. You as an individual, as a group, can purchase housing in Ghana and be able to they pay their rent like 12 to 24 months in advance. So it's a wonderful opportunity that exists right now. If you want to learn more about the Ghana Housing Project, you can go to GhanaHousingProject.com. I'm going to show you this quick clip, and then you can have time to think about your final closing comment. We're going to get out of here. Hold on. Here we go.
Ghana has an approximately 1.7 million housing deficit. The Ghana Housing Project is marketing the ability of investors to support the housing crisis. Investors can purchase homes to relocate, a second home, or rent. Nonprofit and profit organizations can acquire a home for a family. With the recent economic growth in Ghana and the African continent, with an approximately 1.7 million housing deficit, Ghana looks to create a luxury affordable housing community to support the growing middle class with the help of Investa Group under the leadership of Dr. Owusu Kizito. Ghana was recently featured as a top 10 location in the world to retire. Investa Group has started developing in Accra and surrounding areas with a goal of up to 1 million homes, featuring affordable luxury 2 bedrooms starting at $51,000 and 3 bedrooms starting at $71,000. IMVG, Investa Group, and Africa Development Movement are separate companies and do not have prior affiliations with each other. Africa Development Movement does not represent the buyer or the seller and is simply marketing the Ghana Housing Project initiative. IMVG will work directly with buyers with the purchase of apartments in Ghana and investing in InvestaFund LP.
All right. And that's about the Ghana Housing Project. And I know that one more thing I wanted people to hear from you, Dr. Tina, was a commercial about your podcasting. So can I play that real quick before we? Okay. Because I'm like, it was so much to cover. I was looking through all my notes and stuff. I was like, I can't have a 1 hour show with Dr. Tina Ramsay. I need a 6 hour show.
The internet kept acting up. So
I was like, no, I'm going to get all of this stuff in with this woman. We just gonna have to go a few minutes longer today. But let me play that commercial, and then just to talk to people about what it is that you also still offer. And thank you, Ghana Housing Project, for being one of our episode sponsors today. All right, y'all stay connected with Dr. Tina Ramsay. And here we go. We're gonna get ready to close out here. Here we go.
Podcasting is trending. Celebrities and everyday people every single day are starting podcasts. You may be even thinking about starting a podcast yourself, but the question still remains the same. How can you start, launch, brand, market, and grow your podcast? How can you connect with the right people in the media and the podcasting industry in order to elevate your visibility? And what type of mindset do you really need to have in order to be a successful podcaster? And the big question, how can you monetize your podcast? Well, hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsay, host of the Tina Ramsay Show, podcast coach and podcast network owner. And the good thing is that I have you covered. You can ask all of these burning questions and so much more to our experienced media and podcasting professionals on our live Q&A at the Power of Podcasting event that I am personally inviting you to on May the 6th from 2 to 7 p.m. in Atlanta, Georgia at the Pop-Up and Create. I want you to experience for yourself a live taping of the Tina Ramsay Show, and your ticket, get this, includes our #1 podcast course, an autographed copy of the Power of Podcasting book, a swag bag with exclusive goodies, delicious food, and networking. So whether you're looking to just simply expand your knowledge, connect with like-minded individuals, or simply have a good time, our event has something for everyone. So I don't want you to miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I want you to buy your ticket and secure your spot for our event, because it is the event of the year, because these tickets will sell out fast. So go to CTRMediaNetwork.com and purchase your ticket today. I can't wait to see you there at the Power of Podcasting. Get your ticket today at CTRMediaNetwork.com.
I feel like a proud parent. I'm like, go to get your tickets at CTRMediaNetwork.com. Any burning closing comment, Dr. Tina?
Pretty much we went over everything. I would just like to thank you for letting me be on your show and share my story again. It's been a pleasure. And thank you to first of all, God, and thank you to my husband, my parents, and my children, and everybody that supports CTR. And I want you, everybody, have the courage to walk in your dream and your purpose, and don't allow whatever's going on in your life stop you, because life is short. So if you have it in your mind and your heart to do something, I want you to make it happen today, because tomorrow is not promised, because you're here in order to help somebody else. And keep in mind, when you don't do what you're supposed to do, somebody else is suffering.
That's right.
It's just not you. And so come on over the CTR Media Network. Make sure to follow the Kim Jacobs Show and support her amazing programming with donations and everything like that, and sponsorships, as well as our other podcasters. And we are currently accepting sponsors for the Power of Podcasting. We only have 3 spots. So if you would like to know more about how you can become a sponsor of our event, and we're going to be doing some amazing things with our sponsors that do actually sponsor this event to take place. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you in person, and you be able to be a part of the live taping and all this other great stuff that's going on. So I'm super duper excited, and thank you for your support.
Oh, thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Tina. Thank you, Dr. Peters, who also popped in. And thank you to the virtual studio audience for tuning in. To all of our fellow CTR Media podcasters, we are so honored to be here and to celebrate with you all as well. And thank you to Mr. Curtis as well, your husband and your family, for sharing you with the rest of the world. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow again at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Go check out CTRMediaNetwork.com.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you and make it a great day.